Why Arsenal should stay away from Moisés Caicedo. Yes, it's a very unpopular opinion because most of the fan base, including myself, want Arsenal to get a central midfielder in order to challenge for the Prem, be able to challenge in the FA Cup and the Europa League in all competitions. You need depth. We bought in 2 players so far in the center back from Spezia, the Polish lad, and Trossard from Brighton. And now we're looking at another Brighton midfielder. And first of all, Brighton is absolutely mad if they're not going to be accepting a 60 to 65 million bid from Arsenal or Chelsea, because I'm going to be honest right here, right now. This transfer window, they won't be able to sell the lad for anything more that is being offered this window and future windows. Moisés Caicedo right now is a type of player that plays a position that is in demand, and Brighton have that supply right now. This demand could diminish very soon, but Brighton are refusing. If this is to negotiate to see if Chelsea pull in a 100 million bid like they did with Mudryk, then fair play if they get that done. But if they do not and they keep the player past Tuesday, then they're absolutely mad and they missed another opportunity right here. Because Moisés Caicedo, man, I'm telling you, he won't be able to be selling for 80, 90 million in the next transfer window. This is the transfer window you have the most advantage to be able to sell him for a huge fee. And if you're worried about getting relegated, no chance of you sell him. You're safe. Trust me. Will you be fighting for European football without him? Nah, probably not. But man, that is up to you. If I were them, I sell him. I look for another star. It looks like your scouting department is A1 lately because you've been signing all these diamonds in the rough and selling them for a lot. The Cucurellas, Bizomus, and man, it looks like Caicedo's the next one. But right now, the reason why Arsenal, in my opinion, should stay away from this is because this is a Mudryk 2.0. You understand? You're fighting with Chelsea for this signature, right? For Moisés Caicedo. They were going to blow you out of the water with the counter bid right now. They declined 65 million. I'm sure Chelsea's going to come in with like a 75, 80 million. And then you're going to have to one-up them. Do I want to buy a player for 80 million that's played 26 games in the Premier League? No. I do not want to do that. Because not only that, that's not my big reason. I understand he could come in for 26 games and be absolutely quality. This is my biggest reason right now because I have PTSD with Arsenal giving lads big contracts and then they flop right after. Lately we've seen it with Aubameyang, we've seen it with Ozil, and they did their part with before that contract with Arsenal. But Caicedo right here, man, he's on 3,500 a week. He's right now about to put in a transfer request because he's looking at the money that he's going to be getting a week if this transfer goes through from Chelsea or Arsenal, that he's going to be getting every 2 weeks what he gets at Brighton for like 6 months to 8 months. You get me? This is out of the world money. And right now he's playing like his life depends on it because clearly it does. You're going to get that raise right now. And he's at 3,500, which is an absolute robbery that Brighton's doing, because this lad is playing a lot better than a 3,500 a week player. And he obviously wants a lot more money. Brighton are probably not going to give it to him because they know they're going to eventually sell him. So, right now I could see Moisés Caicedo putting in a transfer request because it's very rumored that he's going to. And he's going to end up going to Chelsea or Arsenal. And Arsenal shouldn't be the team because with the value that you're going to be spending of money on Moisés Caicedo, you can get a player that's a lot more proven. And I can't trust a player that is on 3,500 a week, playing for his life right now because he wants that money, for him to end up getting that money at Arsenal and just taking a back seat and being like, yeah, I'm not going to work as hard. I'm going to lose ambition. I've got what I wanted for the next 5 years. I'm getting what I would have got in a week, in what I would have got in 6 months in a week now. So why even care? I'm here collecting that check. We could see that occur, and I really don't want Arsenal right now, who have done excellent business, The last time they bought on a player that really 100% hasn't worked out is probably Pepe, mate. Pepe. And, it's been a minute. We've done a lot of beautiful business lately, and I would hate for us to buy Moisés Caicedo. He takes a back seat, doesn't really show ambition, and then we're screwed in the midfield. And we have a lack of depth. We already got Sambi Lokonga, who was kind of a 17 million kind of buy for the future. Hasn't really panned out like we wanted it to. We're playing it with shotgun party. We obviously need depth. I don't have confidence in an El Neni or Lokonga to come in and fill in those shoes in a big game. But Moises Caicedo, 80 million, no. I would rather put that in for Declan Rice in the summer. And I understand I've been crying for a midfielder this transfer window, and I've been saying that should be the priority. But I don't want to make a bad purchase either, because we're going to spend all the money that we would have purchased on a midfielder, and then we're not going to do it again in the future. And if it doesn't work out, it's going to screw us over in the future, and we really have to get this one right. I think this is the most crucial one. If the Trossard one didn't work, we've got options. If the Kiwar one doesn't really work, we've got options. This central midfielder is the heart and soul of, of the team, of the game plan, of everything. We've seen how we fall off without Thomas Partey. One game without Thomas Partey against Man United, and that's the only game we've lost. You know what I'm saying? We need a guy that can come in there and we won't notice the difference. You get me? That's what we need. And I believe Caicedo won't be him. Maybe I'm wrong. I was wrong about Eddie Nketiah. I did my apology. And, this time I really don't believe I'm going to be wrong. Like I was with Mudryk, I was like, I'd rather get someone else and not spend 100 million record-breaking fee on Mudryk when we can get, a Trossard 27 million. And look, it looked absolutely fantastic the first game. The first game, at first, everyone's saying we missed out on Mudryk. This lad looked great. He comes in 0-0. It stays 0-0. Trossard comes in 2-2 for 10 minutes. Remember, he came in for 30 for 10 minutes against a team that is in third place that was on fire. Hadn't lost in ages. He comes in. He gets the ball. He does the right thing. Gives it to Zinchenko. Zinchenko puts in the ball. It eventually gets to Nketiah. We win 3-2, and he's a huge part of that play. And we are now 5 points clear with the game in hand. You understand? He came in, and he was the difference, Trossard. Mudryk, he was the difference for no difference. You get me? Trossard was the difference for a win. That was the difference, and I'm absolutely excited to see what he does. And that's beautiful business. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful business. 27 million, and we got a performance better than 100 million. And I was right about that. We'll see how it goes in the future. But I'm right about this one too. Caicedo is not him. I'd rather see Milinkovic-Savic. I would have loved Bruno Guimaraes. If we would have bought him that transfer window, man, we would be in the Champions League, and we'd be, oh man, that's the one player I'm like, damn, Bruno Guimaraes, man. He is the one player I look at and say he's perfect for Arsenal. It's a shame. Or Lucas Paqueta too, man. But it is what it is. Leave a comment down below what you think about Moisés Caicedo to Arsenal. Do you think they should do it? Yes or no? Personally, it's a no. If they get him, hopefully I'm wrong. If they don't, then hopefully I'm right. But anyways, leave a like and subscribe for more videos. And thank you guys for watching.